Folks, we are back with another update on the strip grazing of the cows here. And yeah, I've got a little bit of a head cold, so I sound a little bit goofy here, but what we're doing today is we are going to give them this new strip on this side. Cows are over here, obviously. And what we've got going on is another round of pretty heavy snow, at least for our part of southwest Missouri here. They're expecting 8 to 10, maybe 12 inches of snow here in the next couple of days. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let them graze this new strip for a couple days till they get this all laid down. And then we're actually gonna move them back over here where they were in the last video to start with, when the snow was on last time. We've got a good draw down here where they can kind of get out of the wind, have a little bit more shelter to work with. Up here, all we really have is the barn. And you can't really see it, it's kind of behind the side-by-side back there, but in the barn, it doesn't do that great of a job of shielding the weather all the time, and there's not really hardly any trees for them to get up under and get up against. So with this much snow, we decided, yeah, hey, we'll give them this other strip for the next couple of days, and then we'll take them back and give them some more hay and try to get them through this another round of snow and another cold spell. So we're gonna be having temperatures in the negatives and wind chills way in the negatives, which is not fun, but hey, that's all right. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get this thing rolled up and let them in here. We've already got the next one set up. You can kind of see the reel down there. We've already got that set up. So we're not gonna put up any more with the snow coming in. We're just gonna let them have this one and kick them back over here. And then once that snow kind of melts off and we decide to go back at it again, we'll start setting up several more strips. But all right, let's get at it. They're ready to rock and roll. So if you guys remember, we had it on our pigtail post and we had it wrapped around, the wire wrapped around this reel several times so it was conductive to the rest of the fence here. So what we're gonna do, just unwrap that a few times and then we're good to go to start reeling this up. We're gonna let them have it. So I've got you guys tucked in my overalls here, so hopefully this isn't too crazy for you guys. But yeah, we're just gonna go through here and pull everything up. There's already a couple of them going. They're like, hey, we've done this once, we know what this means. Sit here and watch them. Yeah, this stockpile's not the best. We got some weeds in here, but man, I sure am pumped up. Now this calf right here, I live just right there, so I get to watch these calves graze. That little one right there that's running, that thing constantly is jumping the fence, and it somehow it jumps the fence, I guess, and then it ends up going back. So yeah, never have to worry about it. It hasn't torn down the fence or anything, but that thing is always causing problems, getting out where it shouldn't be. But you know, in a way it's a good thing because it's kind of creep grazing. So if all your cows are back over here and the good grass is over here, if that one little calf jumps over and gets all that good grass or a bunch of that good grass, that's no problem. It'll help maintain it a little bit better, and it has first dibs on that grass. So pretty awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue to reel this up and we'll check back in. Pull this pigtail post up too. We'll have to go back to the other one. I forgot to grab that one, but awesome. They are happy as a lark going over there and grazing that new stockpile. So we got the reel reeled up. It's harder to see the line, the divider line here, but you obviously can see the manure piles, and then this is a fresh clean slate here. But you guys can kind of start to see our idea. My idea was, okay, you start setting up these strips and unrolling the hay within these strips whenever you're doing this. So, you know, a lot of times throughout the week we are busy and it's pretty well darn near dark by the time we get back. So we just elect to go ahead and set out a bale of hay real quick, unroll a bale of hay real quick. But what you're doing is you're putting the nutrients back onto this field. So traditionally we cut this for hay, and so by doing that we're removing the nutrients. But if you unroll that hay back onto the property, onto this field, then you're kind of restoring those nutrients, which is what we really like. And so I want to look at this too. Look at some of these manure piles. This is kind of how you can tell the quality of the forage and the hay that they're getting. So you want them to not stack up really high like wedding cakes, but you also don't want them to be as runny as your green drink at the gas station. Like this one is stacking up a little bit higher than we like, kind of tall. There's another one over here. Well, we kind of ran it over, but this one's pretty tall there too. So that's an indication of not such great forages. But then you have this one over here, and it kind of can be animal dependent too, animal specific. This one's pretty good right here. Again, could be from some of this hay we're unrolling. It's more fibrous than this more lush green fescue, but that's why we're kind of combining that. And again, just as the hay unrolled puts nutrients back onto the field, keeping them in shorter spaces allows them to have better manure deposition and not just standing by the pond or, you know, right by that barn all the time. But yeah, it looks like they ate this off pretty good. You can see they took it down pretty well to the nub in most spots. Again, it wasn't perfect, isn't perfect stockpile, just because of the way there's some weeds in here, looks like, and some of this fescue. It's just, I mean, it's just not doing as good as what we had hoped. But you've got some bluegrass spots in here. But yeah, you can tell they are absolutely ecstatic to be in here, and they're kind of checking out their borders and everything, but they are really happy. But I'm telling you, this has been a lot of fun. This experience here is kind of our first year doing this, and I really enjoyed it because, you know, we're trying to extend the grazing season at least just a little bit. I know we still feed quite a bit of hay, and a lot of the guys say, you know, you want to get away from that if you can, and, you know, they're exactly right. But at this rate, I feel like we're making steps in the right direction, and so I'm happy with that. We're just out here trying to improve every day upon what we have been blessed with. And so, but yeah, I'm just really enjoying this a lot. So stay tuned. I'll give you guys an update whenever the snow hits. I'll be out here feeding some hay to these cows, and I'll probably try to bring you guys along for the process of getting them back over to that opposite side over there. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just have to kind of go back down, somewhere down in here, and run them through that gate again. But that's the game plan. But we'll see you guys here in a day or two and get these dudes moved over, these cows moved over. We kind of checked these pretty close here just a minute ago, and we've got some that are getting closer, but we don't think they're quite so close yet, which is good because the bitter cold and the snow is coming up. We really don't want anything to calve just yet. I want to say last year our earliest one was like February 19th, I think, and today is February 15th. Yeah, February 15th. It was either, yeah, it was a little bit before March, which is when we're planning on calving, which is March 1st. So, but that's kind of the rundown on the cows here. Man, look at them go. They're loving it out here. Beautiful, beautiful sight. Beautiful, beautiful day. Talk to you guys soon. We're jumping to the next day. We got a little skiff of snow out here on the ground, and this wind's going crazy. So we decided to just go ahead and move these cows over today. That way they are settled in, and they were hiding behind the pond where the windbreak is. And so yeah, it is just insanely cold, and so we're gonna go ahead and try to get them over here. But yeah, I got a little skiff of snow out here. But yeah, it is colder than cold right now. I'm taking this gate down, gonna let them back in here this way. They have access to the trees and stuff like we talked about. They're making their way out here. Yeah, they're definitely ready to get a bite to eat over here, but we've got some woods over here to our right. We're gonna use that as kind of our windbreak. But yeah, they're calling for what, I think 8 to 10 inches, what I heard. 8 to 12 inches, somewhere in there. And that's for Tuesday. So today is Sunday, and we got just a little dusting on the ground here. But we decided to go ahead and bring them on over here That way they're already settled in and they're ready to rock and roll. But yeah, it's gonna get pretty wild around here. We're gonna get this thing unrolled and get them settled in. Worked out really good. They moved awesome. Getting the charger hooked up now. Got the cows moved way back in there, and we'll give you guys an update whenever the real winter snowstorm hits. It's gonna be a wild time. See you guys soon. Man, it is snowing out here. The snow is a-flying, and we're back here with the cow herd, getting ready to check them. They've got a good bale of hay right there. They've got quite a bit unrolled, but I mean, we're projected, they upped it since last time I talked to you guys. They, at one point, we're talking 12 to 16 inches for our area. And I think they've slacked that off just a little bit, 11 to 15. So it sounds like we are going to get close to a foot of snow here, and it's just now starting. So I'm trying to get out here and get ahead of it. And so we're gonna go ahead and unroll the bale of hay and chop their ice real quick. Try to get them some more good stuff to eat. Man, gonna be a crazy time around here. Funny, the plate ball hitch cover got froze onto here and stuck to the bale. Oh well. All right, I got it all off there. It's a little bit difficult with it being frozen, but we're all good. We're gonna roll it now. Got the hay fed and the pond ice chopped. Wasn't much ice to chop just yet, but it's gonna get down to the single digits and even into the negatives here in the next couple of days. So figured I'd just slice up a couple of good sized areas to work on over the next few days here. But yeah, got the cows fed here. Made sure they got plenty of water. But I did make a discovery that I did not want to see. Checking these cows, and one of my cows is actually down. She can't get up, so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really bummed out about it because, you know, she's hopefully, likely heavy bred, due to calve here in just a, you know, couple weeks to a month maybe. And yeah, so she's not getting up. I tried to get up there and kind of get her to stand up for me, but she did not. So that's her laying on the ground there. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out what to do with her and for her. It's not looking good. She's an older cow, and yeah, we've got this big snow coming up in this really cold weather. This is not gonna be a good situation, I don't believe. So let's see, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do, but yeah, definitely a bummer. Here she goes. She tries, she really does, but she's still got some strength, so she's not give up just yet. But you know, to see if I can help her in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, not what I wanted to see right before we get a foot of snow here. Alrighty folks, I'm back with a major update on that cow that went down. So I called the vet, got them out here, and immediately he's like, hey, is she getting ready to calve? And I said, yeah, should be here pretty shortly. So he's like, yeah, okay, this is probably a calcium deficiency. So he went ahead and put an IV of CMPK, which is calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium, all of those, and he pumped 2 bottles worth into her. And I mean, it wasn't even 30 minutes total, and we untied her, and I mean, she just hopped right up, and she's just doing 100 right now. I'll see if I can find her. She's kind of running around leading the rest of the cows around here, so see if I can find her in the pack. But I mean, I could not believe it. I'll be dead honest with you guys. I wrote that cow off for dead. I thought she was absolutely done. I thought there was no way that she was going to recover from being down. You know, it's cold, the snow is flying like crazy out here. I thought there's absolutely no way. But let me go see if I can show you guys this cow right now. That's her right there, the far left red one. And yeah, she's just up going like nothing. Can't hardly believe it. But yeah, I'm super happy with that, and glad that she's doing okay. And a big thanks to Dr. Jones at the Aurora Animal Clinic for coming out on short notice like that. Man, it's just awesome. I'm glad we have had a happy ending. And he gave me a little bit of the oral CMPK to give to her if she does go down again. And he said to try that to give her a little bit of a boost. He said this happens when the cows are starting to come into milk a little bit. They have a calcium deficiency and can go down sometimes. But man, it's turned out really good, and I'm super happy that she's not going to be out of commission forever here, at least not at this point. So, man, just super excited. I was super bummed out, and I wrote her off for dead. I thought there was no way that she was going to come out of this. So yeah, I was pretty doom and gloom there for a while, but it had a happy ending. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. And hey, it's a good day, thank heavens. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a comment down below. Have you ever heard of that? I mean, I never had heard of it, and I went to school for this stuff, but I'll forget more than I ever know, I'm sure. But yeah, so leave a comment down below what your guys' thoughts are on that, and hit the like button too. But we appreciate you guys watching so much, and hey, we'll catch you on the next one.